Hello everyone. Let's take some questions on LR and DI that most of you really want to solve. That I see many of you, right, are getting comfortable with LR and DI. So that's a nice thing, right? Okay. So let's look at a question. Let's look at a question. Let's try to solve it. Let's see how we can solve it. Right. So before we move on, okay, let's just read up. Let's quickly read up this data. Answer the questions on the basis of the information. In Segal Brothers, there is something. And these questions are also possibly there in exams like XAT, right? And this is the information later on. But this is the question. Just look at the question. In which department is Malini working? With the following combination is true. How many people report to Nita and who visits Orca, right? So the data is pretty much here. I will give you about, let's say about 90 seconds to, 120 seconds, right? 90 seconds to 120 seconds to read up this data. And then we'll see how to go ahead and solve it. Just read up the data. Okay, just read up the data. Right? So I think that's superb. Okay, let's do this, right? So any one of you got those, got the entire table. That means you could figure out Rita was which department she belonged to, and same with Malini, Suket, Fagun, and what's the website? If that is one that you've done, that's good. Okay, there's four people. That's Nita, Malini, Suket, and Fagun. Right? Let's just put them. Right? We have four people. We have Nita, right? Malini, Suket, and Fagun. Okay, they are from a particular department, right? They're from a particular department, and they all visit a particular, social networking site, or they visit some website. Okay, the person's, some information is given. I would like to call it clues, right? Let's look up each clue and try to figure out what to do with it. The person working in operations, they say, is a female, right? If you're talking of operations, what I'll do is I'll put a circle to represent female and a box to represent male. If you're talking of operations, right, that would be a female. And the person in marketing is a male. So I'll put it in a box. Marketing is the name. Now in this question, can I decide based on the name, right? Yeah, you know what? Fagun. Fagun has to be a male and Suket has to be a male and Nita has to be a male or female. We cannot do that in these questions, right? More often than not, right? So we will not take the names to be the way to find out whether the person is male or female. We'll have to use the data given in the clues to find out whether the gender of the person or the sex of the person, right? So they say the person in marketing is a male and has as many employees reporting to him as the number of employees reporting to the other three. So let's assume the number of people report to marketing is A. Operations is B. CADS is C. And the fourth department, that is sales. Right. What are the departments? Operations. We have operations. We have CADS. Oh, we have HR. HR. Yes, we have HR. HR is D. So what they say is A value is equal to B plus C plus D. This is what the meaning is. Right? Okay, that's the meaning of the statement, like. Okay? So marketing has the highest number of employees reported. Right? Next statement. Fagun is not in HR. Well, that's nice information. Fagun is not in HR department. Right? Someone else is. And the person in ACADS, the person in ACADS visits Earthly. Right? We do the gender again. Okay, the third clue. So we're going clue by clue. Like I always say, I will not be jumping into everything. We're going clue by clue by clue. That's the method that we'd like to employ here, right? We're going clue by clue to try to sort out these issues, right? We're going clue by clue to probably sort out these issues. Okay, so let's look up. Yeah. So what next? If you're talking of the next part, the person visiting handbook and the one working in marketing, right? So we have someone in handbook and the one in marketing are of a different sex. And marketing we know is male. That automatically means handbook must be a female. That also means the person who is in marketing does not visit handbook. So there's a male and a female, right? Two different persons. And the same, what same are they talking? The same is also true for the other two people. That means the other two people also are of a different sex. And if you're talking of handbook and marketing, the other two people, one person is from operations and the other person is from accounts, right? These two are also of a different gender, but we know operation is a female, so accounts must be a male, right? We knew this, operations is a female, as given in the initial statement, which means handbook person should be HR. So HR must be taking the handbook, right? Okay, HR must be owning the handbook or visiting the handbook. Right? So that's the kind of data that we look up, right? And the number of people reporting, that's the fourth statement, the number of people reporting to Fagun is half of that reporting to Suket and is greater than that reporting to operations by 3. Fagun is half of Suket. If I say Suket is X, Fagun will be S by 2 and is greater than that reporting the person in operations by 3. If you're talking of operations, um, operations, that will become S by 2 minus 3 or something, right? 8 people report to Sukhdev, so that's fine. 8 people is a clear-cut number. That means if you're talking of Fagun should be 4. And we don't know who is operations, but then definitely not Suket and Fagun. Definitely not Suket and Fagun is in operations, right? That's pretty clear-cut data. And Malini visits handbook, right? Malini visits handbook, and we know handbook must be HR. So department HR, right? And she's definitely visiting the website or handbook, right? So if Malini cannot be the person, in operations, because Fagun is 3 more than operations. Suket cannot be. Suket cannot be. Uh, the person in operations, because if Suket becomes in operations, Fagun is less than Suket. So that the only person left is Nita. Okay, operation must be Nita. Nita must be 1, right? Nita must be 1, and we know that Malini is not the marketing person. So automatically Suket should be the marketing person, right? Because Suket is the highest here. That qualifies Malini to have 3, because we know if Suket has 8, the total has to, total of the other 3 operations, that is Nita is 1, right? Operations, that Nita is 1. Cats, right? We have not yet discovered who is the cats, but we know HR will become whatever, so this will become 4 and that will become 3, right? So the person Fagun must be in cats, right? And the website, right? Now we want the website as well, and somewhere previously they said the person in cats visits Earth, right? These names are a little weird, right? Most of us know what they would want to say, right? And so we have Orcut and Twitter and Orcut. We don't know where to place them, so that's the kind of data, and that's it. That's a simple question to work with. Now the question will probably become a little sticky if this was not there. This statement is not there. Now that would have given a little bit of a zing to this question, but let's hold the question as it is, right? So that's the data for this question, right? Okay, makes sense. So the important part here, guys, the important part is definitely the clue number 3. Now, this was the crux of the entire thing. Anyone who understood the clue 3, right? It would have been a simple take thereafter from the clue 3 onwards, right? It would be easy to solve. The clue 3 was discoverable, right? The context of the clue 3 was discoverable, right? So with that, the very simple one, let's see what we have next. So all good. I hope we are all doing fine with this. Let's go to the next, let's go to the answers, answers for the question. Which department Malini works? We discovered that is HR. This is the following combination is true. Okay, we have Nita, operations and Orcut. We didn't know Orcut and Twitter. right? Suket, marketing and Twitter, we're not sure about that. Malini, operations handbook. Malini was in any case in HR, and Pagun, a cat's in earth, that is true. How many people report to Nita? So we have done that a little bit. I think we have one person reporting to Nita, right? That's easy. And who visits Orkut? So we cannot find out. We cannot find out who visits Twitter and Orkut, so we just leave it, right? We just leave it there and we go to the next question, right? Easy, sounds simple, sounds good, easy data, less data, but thought-provoking sometimes. It can get a little more complex. Suppose they put in some more categories. Like here they've taken number of employees, department, and site they visited. What if they're going to put another column in terms of salary, and let's say which block or which building or which city. So there could be like 5-6 categories. That might make it a little lengthy. That will make it a little lengthy to solve, right? Otherwise, simple one. This type of questions are very easy. We had done grid type questions some time back. You can please refer to the old videos, right? You'll know this. Okay.